Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd, and I'm Todd. So, a while back I did a video on Pink Floyd. The song was the Nile song. So, I got some comments back on it, and one such comment I got was from a YouTuber that goes by Quark Rock. And Quark Rock writes, "This was my first introduction to Floyd. I picked up Relics, which was a compilation album by Pink Floyd in the 70s, or actually I think it was 1969. Secondhand with this on it. Just about as punky as Floyd gets, and Ibiza Bar from More is almost as heavy too. That's probably the one you're thinking of." I had mentioned in the video that there was another heavy song on the More album. I just couldn't think of the name of it, and I believe that Quark Rock is correct. It's Ibiza Bar. It says it has a feel of some 72, 74 Hawkwind, like 7x7, Urban Gorilla, or It's Easy. Cool reaction, bro. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate the comment. I replied, I didn't purchase Hawkwind in the 70s, though I do have some of their albums in my collection now. I always thought they were more progressive hard rock. May have to do a Hawkwind reaction. Any particular song you might have in mind? And Quark Rock replies, okay, I'd say High Rise is a good place to start. Then Master of the Universe, Spaces Deep, or Curb Crawler. But if it's metal, it's got to be LSD. So I looked up the song High Rise. That was the first one that was recommended. And I found that it was from the album PXR5, which is their 9th album that came out in 1979. The song is inspired by a book called High Rise by J.G. Ballards. That's a tough one for me. J.G. Ballards. And I don't know that much about Hawkwind. In fact, I know nothing about Hawkwind. This is going to be the first time I actually hear Hawkwind. Even like I said, I have several of their albums, but I have a lot of albums that I haven't listened to yet. I mean, I got gazoodles of albums that probably I'll never hear in my lifetime. And so this will be interesting for me to hear Hawkwind. So here we go with a song by Hawkwind from 1979 called High Rise. I just want to stop it there. Wow, I like that bass. That bass is pretty cool. It's like taking the place of a lead guitar. It's not the standard bass where it's driving a repetitive beat along with the drum. It's kind of like going all over the place. It's like it starts here and goes up here and it comes back down here. It's just really cool bass and how they're using the bass guitar in the beginning here. Then you got the drums, and then you got synthesizer or organ keyboard playing in there. And I think that's about the only instrumentation. There might be, like I said, there might be a synthesizer and a organ, or it's just an organ playing. I don't know. So that was really cool. I like that beginning. That was pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna go back a little bit and start this up again. Listen to that bass guitar in there. That was just wild.
Flat block of 2 dimensions, neon tote board to the sky, keeping scars of people stacked up so high above the ground, but all they can hear is the sound of the wind in the antenna. It's a human zoo, a suicide machine. Childhood, all concrete cube shaped. A fly paper stuck with human life. Caged up rage, swarming on a tide. Tear out the telephones, rip out the pages of directories, and wreck all these high-speed lifts and elevators. Be a sabotage rebel without applause. High rise, high rise, high rise. You're all stacked up in a high-rise block. High rise, high rise, high rise. You're stacked up in a high-rise block.
Okay, the vocals are a little strange. Not what I expecting. I was expecting, it's like kind of a progressive rock song, a little bit more spacey than progressive rock, and it's got a little harsh sound to it. But I was expecting more kind of hard rock vocals, so, more flowing vocals. This is kind of almost like new wave-ish. The vocals are they almost sound like another band. And I can't think of the band, but they're like a new wave group. And they have this kind of same style of singing. It's just it's not traditional singing. It's more of like talking through the song, and it's kind of strange. Not at all what I'd expect for this song. It's not that it's bad. It's just different, very different. Like I said, it's more new wave-ish than it's progressive or hard rock. That's for sure. So let's go back, keep this thing going. I love the bass. That bass, I can't stop but following that bass. It's just so cool. Okay, there's the electric guitar. There's the electric guitar. That was kind of missing from the beginning of the song, where the bass was kind of taking over the electric guitar part. But there it is. So, I mean, they go into this instrumental break, which is kind of cool. And they bring in an organ. And I think the organ might have been playing throughout, but they really brought it to the forefront. And they did a little, short keyboard section in that instrumental break. And then all of a sudden this guitar fades in. And it's like a filtered wah-wah pedal guitar, and it's not in your face at all. It's kind of like in the background, but it sounds really cool. I wish they would have played that guitar a little bit longer. That was really cool. I really liked what that sounded like. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna listen to that again. We got to listen to that again. That was pretty cool. I don't know exactly where it started. Let's try right here. There's the keyboard. There's the keyboard. There's the guitar.
the pavement from the 99th floor. When somebody said he jumped, but we know he was pushed. And he was just like you might have been on the 99th floor of a suicide machine. High rise, high rise, high rise. I'll stack them in a high rise block.
Okay, High Rise by Hawkwind. That ending was cool. Did you hear that? They came in like, I don't know, it was almost like filtered drums or something that was drums processed through a synthesizer or something, but it was like spinning all around all over the place. It reminded me a little bit of Electric Ladyland by Jimi Hendrix, where he used a lot of that phasing on the guitars and on the drums and stuff, and that's what it sounded like was the psychedelic phasing. But a lot of things going on in this song, that's for sure. I mean, this was like starting out pretty much, you know, like I said, either an organ or a synthesizer, that bass guitar and drum, and that went for like 40 seconds, and then the vocals came in, which were a little strange, a little bit different singing than what I had expected. But if you listen to that bass guitar in here, I mean, it was just all over the place. I mean, it was taking the place of an electric guitar, and it wasn't following the drum at all. It was doing its own thing. It was just going all over the place. I thought that was cool. And the instrumental break was wild. I love that they brought the organ in, or at least brought it up front, and did a little bit of a organ solo, and then that filtered guitar came in. That sounded so cool, and I like the fact that it wasn't in your face. You had to actually listen for it. That was pretty neat. And then the end where they had all that phasing, whatever they were phasing, I'm not sure what they were phasing. It was a keyboard or drums or something, but they did all that phasing, and then they you know, the song sort of ended. But kind of cool, kind of a cool song. Not at all what I expected. It was a little bit more psychedelic, a little bit more new wave-ish, so kind of like psychedelic new wave, where I thought it'd be more progressive and hard rock. But I liked it, especially, like I said, I love that bass guitar in there. That was wild. So that was High Rise by Hawkwind. If you like High Rise by Hawkwind, hit that like button. That'd be really cool. If you have any comments about Hawkwind or the song High Rise, put in the comments below. That'd be really cool as well. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. I'd really, really appreciate it. And if you go over here and hit the bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. So that's it. That's my videos for today. I hope you enjoyed Hawkwind. If you did, put a big smile on your face. That'd be so cool. And peace out, baby.